Well, it's time now for Business News with Ari Rabinovich. Hey, Ari, how are you today?
I'm not doing too bad, Cynthia. A little bit rainy, but we're trying here at least.
Yeah, I know. Try and stay dry today. So how many times, Ari, were you trying to refresh your social media feed today, and did you have any luck?
Well, I did notice that we're getting a lot of reports of outages, so I did check on my own feed on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Didn't notice anything too out of the ordinary, maybe a bit of issues playing some audio clips and a message, but what was clear was that Meta was getting reports of tens of thousands of outages. This is first according to Down Detector, and it included services like Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Messenger. Meta Platforms confirmed what it called major disruptions for its ads transparency tools. It's still working to address the issue, and it appears to be mostly isolated in the U.S., but it's still unclear how widespread this may be. It's worth noting that this is the second major outage reported at Meta Platforms in just under a month, but Meta's stock still saw a gain today on Wall Street of about 2%, Cynthia, so investors didn't seem too concerned.
Okay, now let's switch to some infighting at the House of the Mouse lately. Of course, that's Disney, but the battle came to an end today, Ari.
Absolutely. It looks like it could be some good news, at least for shareholders. They got what they wanted. So this really started with a sort of a proxy battle between some activist shareholders and the current standing board of directors and CEO Bob Iger. So shareholders voted to keep all of the board's candidates. So they were all elected, and CEO Bob Iger is keeping his job for now. Activist investors were pushing to replace part or all of the board and the CEO to encourage Walt Disney to cut costs and make other changes, but it appears that's not going to be the case. Now, Bob Iger was the CEO for 15 years at Walt Disney before leaving the job in 2020, only to come back in 2022 after his hand-picked replacement was removed from the role. So there could still be some uncertainty over whether Bob Iger will remain as CEO for the long term or maybe seek another replacement soon. So investors actually sold Walt Disney today, Cynthia. Shares of Walt Disney down 3%.
And, you know, it's had a few flops lately, which is sort of un-Disney-like, and it's trying to go up against Netflix at the same time.
For sure. And it looks like because now the board of directors and the CEO that the shareholders prefer to have running the company are staying with their jobs, it might mean things are going to go to the upside at this point.
All right. We'll keep an eye on that. All the kids want to know. Now, the company that's synonymous with books will soon disappear from the Toronto Stock Exchange, Ari.
Yes, for sure. So this really relates to those who want to invest in the company. But don't worry, your favorite Indigo books and music stores will likely stay put, at least for the foreseeable future. But it does mean, yes, that Indigo Books and Music will no longer be a publicly traded company now that the company has accepted an acquisition deal from Jerry Schwartz after getting an increase from the original offer. So that was a bit of a back and forth scenario, but Jerry Schwartz and Heather Reisman, actually, who is the CEO of Indigo, they're actually husband and wife, and now that the company is being bought out, it will be removed from Bay Street. Now, the company has been struggling to recover from some pandemic era losses, and there was that cyber attack last year, which stifled a lot of revenue streams for Indigo. So this is a bit of a lifeline, if anything.
All right, Ari. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.